from our own Stephanie Racino, who is supposed to be joining us by phone, although it's been very difficult to get a signal. So I'm going to try to include her in the call. Hold on. Hi, Steph. We're on the air. How are you this evening?
Oh, I am doing pretty well, thank you very much. How are you doing, Mr. George?
I'm doing okay. Now, tell us, what's the news and information that you have for veterans this week?
Okay, well, there's another 2 bills that were killed in the legislature this week, and I'm trying to get one trailered on another one that's going to help with getting actual housing for us. That's 3D manufactured, and after today's meeting, I talked with our senator, who's the head of the Veterans Committee on the Senate side, and look at the stuff in kit, which will take care of several problems and employ veterans at the same time. The model in Hawaii is basically taking cargo containers and converting them into homes. The new model, which Galta has a proposal for, involves building them 20 feet by 30 feet on a smaller thing and having more common areas. But the big deal is biomass. As you know, you guys in the South have had fires. And as you know, we had the Valley Fire and the Butte Fire up here, which destroyed mega amounts of homes and forest land and regular. And you know how the government is, of the environmentalists. You can't remove the trees while they're still viable enough to harvest the timber, at least. So because they're weakened, the beetles move in, and it devastates everything. So us veterans here at ADVIA, we have proposed that we use all the, I'll call it the burned out junk, and make biomass energy out of it, which is something we need to do. But PG&E doesn't like it, so they have pushed it aside, although it's very necessary, very profitable for the environment and for people, but not for their bottom line. So we are going to proposing to take these homes, and you can get them up 2,000 square foot for about 60,000. That's 3D manufactured, and then plus the add-ons. Anyway, put them together, find some land, use the biomass, generate our own energy, put our people to work, putting them together, having different techs so they can have their own businesses. It's just amazing what this technology can do, and we will be putting it on later next week. We will be going down to Sacramento, and we will be bringing the raw wood and get it cut out, and we'll have some students put together so we can demonstrate what it is, use that for a fundraiser, use it for PR, and bring attention to the fact there's not one effective government program that helps vets. They talk about it. They pay administrators to talk about it. They hire people to talk about it.
Yes.
But the bottom line, nothing gets done. The problem is worse. The executive order, and was it 2008 or 9, said veteran homelessness would end by 2015, and Sean Don was swearing up and down, he's the head of HUD, that, they're well on their way to solving it, except for one small problem. It's grown. And everyone knows the point-in-time studies are flawed because you have to be registered. For instance, in our area, they claim there is less than 500 homeless in the point-in-time study, which generally happens around the 20th of January. When they had a little storm and flood and waters were rising, all of a sudden the Red Cross had close to 1,000 people. 700 of whom they didn't know existed.
Wow.
So we know we've got a problem. And our very own Joyce, who has worked when she had a little bit of health and mobility in the San Bernardino area, the different parts of trees and stuff where they were sleeping.
All right.
But none of them were counted as homeless.
Nope.
You know, so therefore, just because you lie about the numbers doesn't mean the problem isn't there. And we had a guest on our show who had been homeless for over a year, could not get help anywhere, not from veterans organizations, not from these so-called charitable organizations, government organizations.
Yep.
And she's dead. Remember, Sherm, he tried to get help, took 3 months before they were going to look at him to fix it, and he died waiting. And all they cared about was the paperwork. I guess what I'm saying is I am fed up, and we are proposing a solution, and we have a state senator and a state assemblyman, and out of fact, it's your assemblywoman, Jackie Irwin. I'll be meeting with her staff next week to get it carried on the assembly. So we've already got a co-sponsor of it with our own assemblyman. So I'm looking forward to finding solutions in California. Half the money is coming faith-based. The other half, we need to match it with, the land and the permits. And CEOs from a company has got an agreement with faith. If we can't get the permits, they'll just put it on a flatbed, with wheels on it. And homes for homeless. Can you imagine that for a solution? But mostly for our disabled vets, the architects and engineers have already designed them so that you could pretty much order your disability, like whether it's prosthetics, whether it's TBI, whether it's mobility. It doesn't matter what your disability is, it'll be adapted to it. Like if you're in a wheelchair, the lower counters, island kitchen, that kind of thing. So you can actually plug in so you can reach it yourself. And then try and find a partner organization to do the high-tech part so you can control everything depending on how disabled you are. And the nice thing is these things can be made by 3D technology same day. So I think that's pretty exciting that we could do something about veteran homeless and regular homeless as well. But for everyone who's interested, look at the Hawaii model, which did for a little over $500,000. And the people, the CEOs of 4 different companies are getting together with some down in Jackson, and they're putting together a plan that makes it bigger and better, more efficient, and pretty much exclusively for our veteran population. And the only thing that's impeding us is our government. Because right now, the assemblies are, and we're working on with our Catholic Church and some of the other ones, that you can buy a homeless person or a disabled veteran their own place for just a few $1,000s. So people who donate can actually see where their money is physically going, unlike taxes where it just goes into an abyss. So anyway, I just wanted you to know that that's what is going down, and there is 2 more bills to take care of homeless that was already killed this week. So we're going to get a Taylor bill, and we're going to get stuff done. And ADVIA, everyone who's listening, when we come out, we post it on the web, and we will have the people involved describe it so you can have question and answers. You can write your questions, and they can be answered. Or you can call live, your choice. And this model is available, the blueprints and all that, for free. That's how serious the people are in helping us. They think it's absolutely reprehensible the way we are treated, and would like us to actually get a fair break. So anyway, I'm pretty excited about that after this meeting this morning. Of course, I was upset about the regular stuff happening in our area, with water issues, Sites Reservoir, the high-speed rail boondoggle.
So what is Uncle George doing? Uncle George sleepies.
No, I'm here with Stephanie, and she was talking. She's on the air with us. You there, Steph?
I sure am.
So she was in the middle of saying of what was going on in California and talking about the fact of the matter that she was trying to get coverage on the bills that they're slipping in under the cover of darkness and thinking nobody's watching.
What's that?
The bills that they're slipping in. What was the bill, Steph? One of the bills that you say?
Oh, it's one on homelessness. If you want me to get my, I didn't know I was going to be airing this time. We'll post the ones, and the fact that 2 of them were killed, and they had already killed 4 of them that affect us, that was kind of upsetting.
Yeah, and of course, Veterans Homelessness leads the nation in, California leads the nation in being the home of veterans homelessness. That's not an honor that we're proud of, but it's something that is ongoing.
I wish I could say that you were wrong, that they really care, because boy, they sure talk about it.
Oh, they talk a good game. They talk a excellent game, but then you realize that that's all it is just talk of a good game.
Oh no, it's a total lie. I mean, total lie. Shoot, I can't get to them. I was going to give you the numbers on the bill, so maybe those in California could turn around and ask why. There's one bill, don't have the number, they come and go every year. And this particular one is asking accountability with all the money the Department of Veterans Affairs has been sending, to take care of the homeless population. They want to do a report card of accountability. That'll probably be killed too.
Wow.
In fact, when they were hearing it, that's the impression that I got.
Wow.
It's like Maryland can tell you what's going on, in her neck of the woods, and somebody just got an $82 million grant to kind of fix homeless stuff and using this technology. First thing they do, of course, is hire a Japanese firm, up the price on it, and it has a writer for the high-speed rail from Boston to Philadelphia, Baltimore, one of those big eastern cities.
DC.
But,
well, it's really maddening because we're trying here desperately to get and bring about change, but it's like everywhere you turn, folks, they're giving you the lip service, but not giving you the real things to do. We get the lip service from some just tell out and out they don't even want to meet with you.
Well, I guess that I am really lucky because I've had relationships with a lot of them for the years. So I've got extra access.
Well, I was surprised this year because, like I said, going to certain Congress members' offices and finding out that the congressman last year who welcomed us into his office no longer allows any type of dog in his office. It was very distressing.
Wait, I thought I lost you. Yeah, you've got some really fantastic congressmen and senators in your arsenal.
Yes.
Some not as fantastic as others. However, you advocate, you ground pound. and I'm kind of lucky in the state. So
yeah, I mean we